And we welcome you to this presentation of the South Atlantic Conference on the Bears Sports Network. Eric Bach and Chris Rickenbaugh. So happy you're along with us. It's a new week for the Bears. Last week, Chris, was as good as it gets. 2 home wins against conference opponents, including Wingate. Another quality conference opponent comes to town tonight in Mars Hill, and the Bears certainly cannot afford to let their foot off the gas.
Oh, absolutely. Both teams played the Coker Cobras, so we saw, or when I was going through the stats, I saw a lot of similarities between the two teams. Both went 3-1 in the sets, and they both gave up only one. Lenoir-Rhyne, they just about swept them last Thursday, but they let it get away from them. So I really had circled on my sheet today that they need to finish the sets along with get ahead. That was a big thing we saw last Thursday, too, as they got down about 4 points, so nothing crazy, but still just enough to kind of put them in that little bit of a hole where they have to dig themselves out of every time. So getting ahead in the sets today is going to be super key.
It's a new floor in the Schuford Gymnasium. This is only the third match that has been on this new floor, and the Bears also have some new uniforms that finally arrived. And let's take a look at the uniform reveal video that went out on Bears social media today. Special shout out to Danny Nicosia, our director of digital media, for making that one. Her and Malik Ellis, the rest of our video department, do such great work. So the Bears wearing those new digs tonight. This is a good Mars Hill squad. They won 7 matches in a row, all by sweeps. Then they ran into Wingate, lost 3 tight sets to the Bulldogs, got swept, bounced back with a win against Coker, as you mentioned. So this Mars Hill team, the Bears are expecting a fight tonight.
Yeah, something else we kind of looked at. They've played 11 games so far this season, so they have a lot more team connection, a lot of games under their belt compared to this Lenoir-Rhyne team, or really anybody else in the conference. So what have they figured out from that, and how are they going to use it? Kind of what I've seen through their players, a couple of the big leaders, the leaders in kills, Grace Lilly, with 121 kills, about 3.38 per set. Aces is Jana Cook with 15 aces on the season, and then Nikayla Stewart with 6 blocks on the season. So Mars Hill hasn't been doing great in blocks so far, and what we saw from Lenoir-Rhyne last Thursday against Coker was a total team effort. We saw Taylor Prawl get 15 kills, and then we had 9 different Bears, Thomas, Romp, and Clark, all with 9. And then very close was Braylon Faust with 7. So it was a total team effort for this Lenoir-Rhyne Bears team. And it's going to be really interesting to see what kind of team comes out. If they play the same way they did, or it's a rise and fall, 0 to 100, back to 0. It's going to be interesting to see what team comes out tonight.
Past couple wins for the Bears have been that way. Even in the Wingate game, there was no Bear that really stood out statistically. It really has been a total team effort. So this is a big match for the Bears to kind of solidify themselves atop the standings early. I mean, these conference games in September count as much as the ones do in November. So important for the Bears to keep rolling tonight. So we're going to take a short break, and then we will have First Serve coming up on the Bears Sports Network. Lenoir-Rhyne and Mars Hill coming up next.
Number 6, Jada Cannon. Number 7, Sarah Bowler. Number 8, Caitlin Gregory. Number 25, Ariana Ansley. And now the starters for Mars Hill. Number 2, Sarah Goddard. Number 4, Kelly Jakaistis. Number 7, Rachel Willermuth. Number 12, Helen.
Back here at the shoe. Seconds away from first serve here between Lenoir-Rhyne and Mars Hill. Very much underway in conference play here in the 2021 fall. Eric Bach and Chris Rickenbaugh happier along with us tonight. Take a look at the starting lineups tonight for Mars Hill first. Sarah Goddard starts at outside hitter, senior from Las Vegas. Kelly Jakaistis, senior outside hitter from South Elgin, Illinois, also starts. In the middle, big middle hitter, senior 6'3", number 11, Yana Cook. She's from Serbia. Number 13, Michaela Stewart is from Greenville, Tennessee. 17, Jordan Schmuckers from Maca City, Florida. 21, Grace Lilly is from South Elgin, Illinois. And number 22 is Yuli Martin. She is the first team.
Last week, Mackenzie Holsley was able to kind of steer the attention away from the designated hitters like Taylor Prawl and Colette Rom. She got really crafty in setting and was able to catch the Cobras off guard a little bit. So you can definitely bet on the Lions keeping a closer eye on that. Maybe she'll get a couple tonight.
Halsey's got a couple of double-doubles in a row. She has started her fall with a really nice job. So, first point goes to Mars Hill as the first serve for the Bears was not good. So this is Grace Lilly. She leads the team in kills here in the fall with 121. Clark, who's transferred in from Georgia State. That one's long from Hawkins, and quickly 2-0 Lions.
This is what we talked about in the beginning with the Bears not putting themselves in a hole right away and already down 2-0. Obviously nothing to freak out about, but just something to keep an eye on as we are early in the sets.
Another point for Mars Hill there at the net. Mark Wimberly and I talked today, the interim head coach for the Bears, and he said that having the weekend off was a godsend for them. They'd been going, it was a pretty intense couple of weeks. There's a tip by Halsey in the first point of the match for the Bears.
Yeah, just as we were talking about, Halsey getting crafty up at the line, taking some of the heat away from the hitters. Taylor Prawl hasn't got a shot so far, but I'm sure we'll see it soon enough.
Halsey's the setter, and she can't dig that one out. So quickly back to the Lions. Mars Hill football team comes to Moret Stadium this weekend. First home game for the Bears, coming off a loss to Newberry. This is Yuli Martins, and her serve is into the net. She's led the sack and digs in the spring season with 223. Her counterpart, libero Rachel Buick, is ready to roll now. New digs tonight. Well, not new digs, but new threads for the Bears as that hits way long and no tip. But they're sharp, Chris. I really do like the fact that the sleeves are a little bit longer than the older ones. I think that it's just an overall sharper look for the Bears.
Yeah, very clean look, nothing too crazy. Pretty simple, but, they're a very clean look for the Bears.
First kill of the match for Taylor Prawl on her favorite side, the left side. We're all tied up at 4 here in the first set. TP led the sack in the spring, almost 5 kills a set. Hasn't been nearly on that pace thus far, but other Bears have picked up the slack, and she's one of them, Colette Romp, who just had that swing. Nice dig in the back row there, but hammered down by Faust.
Braylon Faust is the spark plug for this team. You can see it. Anytime she has a big hit, big block, she is the first one to celebrate, and she wants to keep the party rolling.
She dunked that one. The Bears have their first lead. What a nice job there defensively to save that one by Buick. Now Romp. Tipped. But Lily's able to keep it alive. Martins isn't able to do anything with it, and it's another Bear point. And a 2-point lead here in the opening set. Jill Buick led the team in digs in the spring. Cannot dig that one. Big hit from Mars Hill, and they get the side out and the serve back.
Lots of senior leadership and upperclassmen leadership. There's only one junior on the court right now, and we did see one freshman, Rachel Wildermuth, come into the game last week, but really it's just it's an upperclassman squad. Only one junior on the court right now.
Another kill for Prawl. But yeah, you said it, and that's something that, of course, you want experience back. It's maybe the most important key to success when you have experienced players playing well, but there's not a whole lot of wiggle room in the rotation for new people to break in, and that's something that Mark Wimberly's battling right now. People, only 6 can play at a time, and it's not to say that people don't deserve more playing time, but there's only so much to go around.
Yeah, and especially with going to 5 sets in a lot of their games so far, it's just so tough to work people in. But as we were talking, Parkley Hennings and Rachel Wildermuth come in. The freshman Wildermuth from Tip City, Ohio, and then Parkley Hennings is the sophomore from East Bend, North Carolina.
Parkley is one of those girls that's taken on a more expanded role. She digs that one. Prawl tried to catch the Lions napping and couldn't, and Faust is right there at the net. She's owned that middle circle so far.
Yeah, really tough to get around her. That's a 6'1" senior right there. Yeah. That's going to be pretty tough to get over, especially with the jump. I think she could get rim.
She's got, she could probably grab the rim, but she's got the best hitting percentage on the year for the Bears. There's Alana Thomas, another pleasant surprise, who has taken on an expanded role this year after being hurt in the spring. There's a nice block there by Yana Cook, all-sack second team, middle hitter from Serbia. Led the sack and hitting percentage in the spring, hit .349. Always make the baseball analogy, hitting percentage and batting average, but .349 is a phenomenally high hitting percentage. Cook serves it. And set up easily that time was Schmucker for the kill as she just tapped that one down. Not a good pass there from the Bears, and we're all tied up at 8.
Yeah, as you were talking about Cook, 15 aces on the season, so having her back there early in this game is kind of dangerous.
Well,
might have jinxed her.
Yeah, the old announcer jinx. That was quicker than normal for the old announcer jinx.
I was debating on saying it.
Yeah. So Faust will serve it after the service error for Cook. Braylon from Statesville, close by to Hickory. And then she follows that up with a service error. So not the cleanest of starts for the Bears. A couple of service errors, a couple of hits that have really set up Mars Hill nicely at the net. Now Schmucker will serve it. Sorry, Chris, go ahead.
Or you were saying not a clean start, but this is what we've seen really all season.
True.
It's just getting off to that slower start in the really in every set. It seems like it takes them just a couple rallies to warm up.
Yep. They lost the first set to Wingate. That was a week ago today. It was a point for Mars Hill as the Bears were in the net. But lost the first set, won the second, lost the third, won the fourth, won the fifth. So it's been the Bears have won 4 matches in a row, and 3 out of the 4 were in 5 sets, and the fourth one was in 4 sets. So the Mars Hill has played a ton of 3-set matches this year, and the Bears have not. Somebody else was in the net there, this time on Mars Hill. So back and forth we go. We're all tied up at 10.
Yeah, Romp and Holsey checking back into the game for the underclassmen.
Big swing there by Stewart, but not close. Mars Hill has a couple of girls on their roster that their hometowns are from are the towns that other SAC schools are located in that are not Mars Hill. Halsey tips that one, and it's a kill for Mars Hill. But, for example, Stewart's from Greenville, Tennessee, which is where Tusculum is. Timmons Yates, who we might see later, is from Anderson, which obviously is where Anderson is. So, interesting. Emma Clark is way long on that hit. Mars Hill regains the lead. It's 12-11 Lions. But most everyone you talked to around the program was expecting a dogfight tonight.
Yeah, going through the stats and going back through the games, you really would almost expect to see 5 sets here. And Lenoir-Rhyne's not afraid to go to that 5th set. It's really on them early. See if they can get 2 sets up early rather quickly. See if they don't have to take it to that 5th set. That everybody would be happy about that. But if it happened to go to a 5th set, I don't think Lenoir-Rhyne would sweat it too much.
Talk with Taylor Prawl after the Coker match, which is the one that went to 4, after the Bears had it in the bag in the 3rd set and then blew it. And that is what forced a 4th set, which they easily took care of business in. That's a point to the Bears, because that was low on the net. And I thought they might go the other way, saying that the Bears blocked it out of bounds, but there was no way that hit from Sarah Goddard was going over the net. And head coach Michael Smith is asking, but the officials explained to him that was not going to make it over the net. As Hawkins will serve it. Way long is Lilly from the back row. The Bears have opened up a 2-point lead here in the first set, but it's been close throughout. It's another service error for the Bears, their 3rd of this first set. As Hawkins misfires there.
Yeah, just Bears need to clean it up, but so does Mars Hill. A total of 8 errors so far on the night. Total for both teams is Lenoir-Rhyne's going to pick up that point.
Look at Taylor Prawl right there. She seems to be more in rhythm tonight. I mean, Wingate and Coker just completely catered their game plans to stopping her, and looks like Mars Hill is maybe trying to spread the wealth a little bit as far as game planning goes.
Yeah, but how could you not pregame for Taylor Prawl?
Well, I'm sure they have, but maybe just not to the extent that the others did. Somebody was in the net for the Bears. Might have been Faust or Halsey, one of the two. Allison Raines will serve it. Junior from Lincolnton, North Carolina. That's right in the Hickory area, or near the Hickory area. Big one in the middle there for Prawl that gets tipped at the net and dug out. Not a great pass there, as that's a lift on the Bears. But that was one thing Mark Wimberly talked about, that they have to pass better.
Being able to get under it on a dig and really being able to set it up for really setting it up and passing it to the setter. It's been so it's just so tough, especially when the ball is coming at you that fast off of the spike. It's a lot tougher than it seems.
Yeah. Yeah, easy for us to sit up here and critique that, but God knows if you or I went down there, it wouldn't be pretty.
Yeah, we started playing sand volleyball in class this week.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to make the team, but...
You're more polished up than I am. It's another long hit. They said it was... Mars Hill's trying to argue that it was tipped, and it looked like it may have been.
I thought it did get a finger.
It looked like the rotation of the ball changed, but no call. So the Bears will take it. First timeout of the set for Michael Smith and Mars Hill. We'll take it with them on the Bears Sports Network.
Kia in Hickory. We want to see you driving a new Kia or, hey, a quality pre-owned Kia. We've got a huge selection of new and pre-owned Kias. You got to get to Paramount Kia in Hickory, Highway 70, ParamountKia.com.
Welcome back to The Shoe and the Bears Sports Network, presented by MBA Roofing. Eric Bach and Chris Rickenbaugh here, mid-first set on a Tuesday night for some sack volleyball between Lenoir-Rhyne and Mars Hill. It's been a closely contested first set so far. Bears have a 2-point lead and are serving, trying to take this first set at home. Bit of a scramble there for the Lions. And Taylor Prawl, a little long.
Yeah, thought she found a spot, just a little bit too long on that one. 3 kills on the night so far for Prawl. And then a pair of Bears, Clark and Faust, both with 2.
Caitlin Johnson, freshman from Huntersville, North Carolina, wears number 5. She'll serve for Mars Hill. Prawl goes the soft route that time. Nice job from her back for Allison Raines, but they call it a lift, or a double hit it was. On her back, just kind of popcorned it. And Prawl will serve it up too. That was the area of the court that Coker just killed the Bears the other night, that far side hit. There's Prawl from the back row, got some help from the net there.
Yeah, tough to find spots in the Bears' defense, but it seemed last week against Coker, they found one spot and they could just put it there just about every single time, and they got quite a few points. It didn't seem like it was all over the court. It was right between.
Faust with a big kill there. Sorry, Chris, go ahead.
Oh, you're all right. Yeah, it seemed it was right between Buick and one of the back defenders. Prawl back to serve.
4-point lead is the largest for the Bears tonight. Trying to take this first set at home. Faust again. How good has she been here in the first set?
Yeah, let's talk about Faust. How about Mackenzie Holsey with that set? A little bit of lower set, and Faust took care of it. Wow.
Another timeout for Mars Hill. Bears catching fire here at the end of the first as they try to close it out when you come back to the Shoe. Bears 4 points away from a first set win here at Schuford Gymnasium. There's the first teamer, two-time first team All-SAC performer Taylor Prawl, back for her 5th year. And the 5th year could not have gotten off to a better start, at least for the team in TP. Nice dig there by Hennings on a hard hit from Mars Hill. Halsey tries to tip that one as Faust was winding up for it. That's a point for the Bears after another double hit on Mars Hill. Second one we've seen called on the Lions here in the first set.
Yeah, it seems like the refs are calling it pretty close.
They are.
Yeah.
And there's been several stoppages. The floor referee here has been talking with the people at the scores table on several different occasions here in the first set. See Taylor Prawl dribbling the volleyball like the basketball player she is.
She's always having a good time.
Yeah, never a dull moment. And I'm not sure what the issue is. The referee is now going to talk with Michael Smith, the head coach for Mars Hill. I can't even imagine what it could be. It seemed like a fairly straightforward double hit the last point, and must be something to do with rotations or something like that.
Yeah, it looks like either team pretty confused.
So now, whatever the issue is, it's been worked out. I don't know. I can't even think of what it could possibly be. Prawl serves. Does a good job of staying with that one by Yana Cook.
Yeah, they caught Buick being a little bit too close to the front. You can do that as the libero, but yeah, just caught Buick a little too close.
Prawl. One thing that she does so well is she doesn't try to force it, the big hammer hit every time. She
definitely knows when to have the rolling shot and put a little bit of touch on it.
She reads the defense really well. This is maybe the longest rally we've had the whole night. And it rolls at the top of the net in Mars Hill's way. Keeping it alive down there is Lily after she got tag team blocked there by Halsey. And it's not a good pass there from Prawl. Led Thomas out of bounds. So Mars Hill wins the rally. Still only within 4 here late in the first, and a timeout for the Bears. So Chris, I wonder what Mark Wimberly and the Bears are talking about right now. Seems like at this point, even though Mars Hill has won the last couple of points off of rallies, that the Bears do have this first set well within their control.
Yeah, by the way the girls are dancing in the huddle, I'm sure it's a pretty light environment, especially being on top, with the record they have right now. This team likes to keep it light, so I'm sure he's not. I don't know how much game planning you can really do with this team, because a lot of it's reaction to what's coming at them. Keeping their heads in the game and making sure they close out the set is probably the biggest message he can have right now, not letting anything happen what happened against Coker the other night.
You said, the Mars Hill has played 5 more matches than the Bears. The Bears are 4-2 on the season. Mars Hill's 9-2. They played in a couple tournaments, so they've been able to rack up some matches quickly. Had 2 in one day and all that good stuff. But the Bears now catching their footing here mid to late September and trying to finish out this first set as Thomas picks up a kill. A little bit of miscommunication on the back end there for Mars Hill as two Lions ran into each other. Strong serve there from Faust. Grace Lilly with a thunderous kill that almost comes up and hits us. She leads the team with over 120 to her name. Only 2 here in the first set. Yana Cook leads the Lions with 4. Prahl's got 4. So does Faust for the Bears. There's one on the line. Threading the needle that time is Emma Clark. She sets up set point for the Bears.
Yeah, threading the needle. That was dead on the line. You could see the line judge even think about it that time, but that is going to go in the Bears' favor.
Set point for the Bears. Ends with a block. Clark gets a kill and a block for the last 2 points of the first. The Bears, after a sleepy start, win the first set by 6, 25-19. So the Bears will try to follow that up. Lions will try to regroup. We'll take a break between the first and second set here on the Bears Sports Network, presented by NBA Roofing. Welcome back to the Bears Sports Network, presented by NBA Roofing here from Schufert Gymnasium. Eric Bach and Chris Rickenbaugh. Very grateful you're along with us on a Tuesday night from the Shoe. Here we are on screen. But Chris, 25-19 win for the Bears in the first set. It was a closely contested first set for a while, but the Bears really found their footing, hitting and blocking towards the back end of the set.
Yeah, I really expected it to be a little bit closer, but Mars Hill just doesn't have that energy like Lenoir-Rhyne has right now. Prahl and Faust both with 4 kills, and Emma Clark with 3. Pretty even like we've seen through the past couple of games. So Lenoir-Rhyne just being super efficient right now and just outplaying the Lions, whether it's energy or just a total team effort. So it's going to be interesting to see what the Lions do here in the second set and how Lenoir-Rhyne reacts, because we've seen them get off to a slow start just about in every single set so far. So I want to see Lenoir-Rhyne come out and really take charge in the second set early and get ahead rather than being behind.
We saw them do that the other night against Coker. They won the first 2 sets but kind of let their foot off the gas right at the very last minute in that third set. allowed Coker to win that third set, and the Bears took care of business in the fourth, but still it was, by their own admission, an unnecessary fourth set. At least that's what they felt like. Jordan Schmucker will start the second set serving for Mars Hill as they try to even things back up here on the road. Colette Romp, she had a quiet first set. Didn't have a kill, but she's been a crucial part of the Bear offense as Clark goes wide there. Not a great setup there for her. She just kind of had to fingertip that one and miss the line.
Yeah, we saw Colette Romp against Coker last Thursday have 9 kills. So, yes, it has been a little bit quiet, but everybody else has been playing really well so far.
Yep. Faust and Prawl in particular. Clark has been a force blocking at the net as well. It's a good swing that time from Stewart. She's got 38 kills coming into this one and picks up her second of this match. So now an even 40 on the year for Nikayla.
Yeah, Grace Lilly and Sarah Goddard were the two leaders in kills for the Mars Hill Lions team. Lilly with 121 on the season and Goddard with 115. As Lenoir-Rhyne's going to pick up that point.
Another very close to being tipped ball there. But the Bears kept their fingertips off of it, and Hawkins will serve it. Clark kind of pump faked that one and just had to pass it over at the last second. Nice dig from Halsey there with a right fist. And now Romp. Sets have not been great on this point for the Bears. Romp with a cross-court kill. Bears weathered some not great passing and setting there to win that point.
Yeah, I believe you had it circled or written on your sheet. Use all 900 square feet, right. And they found that back corner where nobody was in a missed dig for Goddard. That's going to give the Bears another point, 3-2 early in this set.
And a misplay there by Goddard again. And another ace for Hawkins. 2 aces in a row for the senior from Olin, North Carolina. Known for her defense, just according to her coach. Romp gets blocked there by Stewart and just tips it long, they say. Man, that looked like it was on the corner, but
it was close.
The line judge backing up there kind of got handcuffed by that ball, I think, and missed that one. I mean, that was, at least from where I sit, fairly clearly in. And maybe it's a little bit of instant karma there for Mars Hill as Grace Lilly serves that one not even close. Good serve from Buick. Good dig from Buick. Can they save it? They cannot. It bounced off one of the beams on the ceiling as the Bears were camping under it, and the ball got redirected. So it's a point for Mars Hill. And a 5-4 Bear lead here early in the second set. Julie Martins, the all-conference setter and libero, tries to will her team back. Another kill for Goddard. She was second on the team in kills coming in. She's got a nice swing. That's number 2 for her tonight.
Yeah, I had Lilly and Goddard both on my list as leading in kills, and so far they've been quiet. So it looks like Goddard has finally woken up a little bit. Back-to-back kills.
Prawl too wide on that hit. So now 6'5" Mars Hill here in the second. Another bad set that time for Prawl. She couldn't even do anything with that one. Usually they're able to pop it over the net at least on a bad set, but TP couldn't even do that one there.
Yeah, it took a weird bounce off the net.
Go backside for Romp, and this one's in. Second kill of the set for her after she was very quiet in the first. First one was cross court. Second one just used, as Mark Wimberly told me today, sometimes they feel like you saw the note about 900 square feet. Sometimes he feels like the Bears feel too much pressure to use all 900 square feet. Obviously, it is a recipe for success, but sometimes he thinks their hitting percentage goes down because they're trying to thread the needle so badly, as opposed to just hitting it towards that back line. Another big swing for Goddard that's dug out of there by Hennings. And Faust dunks that one down to tie things up at 7.
The Bears like to keep it close early in the set. We've seen that. Just get down a point or two or more than a couple and then just be able to battle back right near about the middle of the set.
Faust missed with the right hand, tapped it with the left hand. And another nice cross-court kill for Goddard there. She's really heating up on that far side. Goddard, a senior from Las Vegas. I'm sure that's an interesting story about how Goddard, a girl from Las Vegas, ends up in Mars Hill, North Carolina.
Yeah, not quite the same.
No. It's a dry heat there, right? Is that what they all say?
Yeah.
100 degrees is 100 degrees. A couple of blocks in a row at the net for Mars Hill. What a play by Buick to keep that ball alive. And
wow, really?
They call that a double hit.
On who?
I don't know, but this game has been called a lot tighter than the last two have. Both ways. I think it was on Buick, the double hit, but another service error for Mars Hill. It's the second time in a row that the Bears have been the victim of a questionable call, and then the very next point, Mars Hill serves it into the net. Thomas, that one finds the back of the line.
Yeah, some redemption for the Bears, tied back at 9-9.
Alana Thomas, still, her back is not what it was before her injury, but she's out here as there's a nice tip kill there for Martins, but the fact that Alana Thomas is able to do what she does on the court, given the state of her back, is pretty phenomenal. Faust lines it up, but misses it wide. She's in rhythm, though, hitting tonight, that's for sure.
Yeah, you can see she can just, or we've seen a couple of sets from Mackenzie Holsey, not usually as high as what she set for Taylor Prawl like that one, but she'll put it a little bit lower for Faust, and Faust can take care of it. As we see, Henning's not able to quite get under that one. And it's going to head back to the lines, but we're going to see a timeout first from the Bears.
Interesting that Michael Smith spends a timeout. Seemed like Mars Hill had some momentum there. We'll see if they can keep it when we come back to the Shoe on the Bears Sports Network.
Carolina West Wireless is proud to be the
Everett Chevrolet Buick GMC is ready for another exciting football season. Everett has been a proud sponsor of the Lenoir-Rhyne Bears for 25 years, and we wish the Bears a safe and successful season. And August means it's all systems go for another winning season with the Carolina Panthers. We have a tradition of winning in the Carolinas, and when you want to be a winner in the car, truck, or SUV game, Come see the sales and service champions at Everett, because if you didn't get an Everett deal, you dropped the ball, baby. Woo!
I knew that there was an opportunity to have my college paid for if I was good enough to play baseball at that level. That was going to make a big difference in my family. D2.
Mid-second set here at Schufer Gymnasium on the campus of Lenoir-Rhyne University in Hickory, North Carolina. Bears trail Mars Hill by 3, 12-9 after Lenoir-Rhyne took the first set. Serving is Sarah Goddard. Already in this young season has more kills than she did the entire spring season. Cook tried to finesse that one down unsuccessfully. Two Bears run into each other, or two Lions run into each other as Hennings picks up a nice dig. Another unsuccessful tip. That's Martins. She is the queen of digs in the sack, and has shown that tonight, especially the last few points. The rally is won by Mars Hill.
A couple of really long rallies from both sides tonight. Yeah, down 4. This is what we talk about. Lenoir-Rhyne getting behind. They'll get one set, and then that next one need to get out of the honeymoon phase on it. Get back into the game.
Volleyball is such a game of runs. And Mars Hill is on one right now. Grace Lilly with a kill. But that's what Mark Wimberly said, is that keep your runs long and break up the other team's runs. Maybe more than any other sport is volleyball really a game of momentum and runs. Buick goes to her knees and makes a great dig. And Prahl picks up a much-needed kill and point for the Bears.
Yeah, that's her first kill since the first set.
Yep.
She's been a little bit quiet tonight, still leading her team with 5 kills total.
Leads the match with 5 kills as well.
Yeah, a couple more. Still dominated as always, but we see a lot more of the whole team contributing to the wins and the points.
Big looping swing from Clark, and she gets it down with 2 hands. Emma Clark picks up her 4th kill of the night. Faust is still hitting .375 tonight. Now she serves. It's an underrated athletic play there by Clark on that running hit to just be able to have the angle to get it over the net. Big swing from Cook, and in the net were the Bears. So a 15-11 lead for Mars Hill as they try to even this thing up at 1 set apiece. I've heard from lots of different people how this has the potential to be a 5-setter, and I can see what they're saying. Thomas. Goddard was lucky it missed her arm there, but it did. No, it did not. Okay. It was the referee initially pointed the other way, and it did hit the Lions, so a kill for Thomas. What a nice dig there from Halsey. Prahl gets dirty for that dig. And the Bears win another point at the net. It seems like most of the time it's that we've had those 50-50 balls tonight at the net that more times than not it's gone the Bears' way.
Yeah, and you can't underestimate what Taylor Prawl did. It was very subtle just on that last one with the dig in the corner, but that's where we've seen the other teams take advantage and getting right in that little gap between either Prawl, who's sitting in the middle, and right on that back corner. So being able to cover the whole court is going to be super important tonight, and Taylor Prawl and Rachel Buick on that back line, that's going to be so key in this game as well as the whole season.
You know, the Bears were picked to finish 5th in the SAC preseason poll. Obviously, Wingate, who has won the league 12 out of the last 13 years, was the preseason champion. The Bears have beaten them. So, realistically, if the Bears continue this trajectory that they're on, do you think that they have the capability to contend for a SAC championship?
From what I've seen for the past 4 years, this is probably the most solid Lenoir-Rhyne team I've seen. Now, it is still early in the season, and we can project, but honestly, they're the best that I've seen so far. We don't see this 0 to 100 excitement and back down to 0 if they lose a set. It's a very even confidence, and along with the senior leadership, that's what you expect from a team.
What a block there.
Yeah, big block.
Emma Clark, again, she's been a blocking machine tonight.
Audie would call them the Big Block Bears, the Triple Bs.
We're the best blocking team in the SAC in the spring. That's another good kill for Mars Hill. We've seen teams come in here and certainly not lay down for the Bears. Obviously, Coker fought till the end on Thursday night. I anticipate Mars Hill will do the same tonight. I mean, they're a few points away from evening this matchup at 1 set apiece. But Mars Hill has got to solve their Emma Clark problem at the net. She didn't block that one, but she forced a soft hit there for Mars Hill and an error.
Yeah, pretty quiet numbers, but she's had a presence up at the front. 1 block and 3 kills so far. But, yeah, her presence up at the net, she's taken a lot more shots than we would expect someone playing up there would.
Thunderous kill there from Nikayla Stewart, freshman from Greenville, Tennessee, who has 40-plus kills on the year now. Now Lily, a couple of starters in this lineup from South Elgin, Illinois. This includes Lily. Hawkins nearly goes into the front row as Halsey just has to pop it over. What a dig there by Buick. Perfect at the net. Can Romp finish it off? Not yet. Mars Hill swings and misses. Stewart mistimed her jump, but Rachel Buick made that play for that point for the Bears.
Absolutely.
Now she'll serve. Rachel, who talked about in the last game, had started her collegiate athletic career in a different sport, playing Division I soccer at UNC Asheville. Prawl with her 6th kill. And we're all knotted up at 17 all of the sudden. It looks like Mars Hill had a little bit of control early on in this second set, but as we say, game of runs, and the Bears tied this thing back up at 17 in the second.
Man, seems like we're seeing the same thing on repeat.
It is.
Go down early in the first set and then just catch up right along when they need to.
It is kind of a script. You're right about that. At least these 3 home matches the Bears have had to start conference play. Another block at the net, this one by Romp. The Bears have their first lead of this second set now.
Yeah, got a little excited over that one.
Going back to the momentum thing, I mean, volleyball is kind of a, in-your-face sport. People smacking the ball at each other and blocking at the net. And what a job there by Martins to keep that ball alive. And a block for Goddard combined there with Stewart. This is a do-or-die second set for Mars Hill, in my opinion.
Yeah, Mars Hill has to take this one. You can't let Lenoir-Rhyne go up 2 sets, especially with how they've been playing this season. It would just be so tough to come back from. They might be able to take a set, but getting 3 in a row is going to be really, really tough.
Can't let Taylor Prawl heat up. She's got a couple of kills in a row.
Yeah, just like that, Lenoir-Rhyne on top, 19-18.
Goddard tries to tip. Martins probably could have let that one go. It's another block. Faust and Prawl combine for that one and forces the Lions into an error.
Yeah, as you said, or you just mentioned, errors 15 on the night for the Lions so far compared to the Bears 9. And we're seeing that really late in the set so far. And that's letting the Bears catch back up.
So a 2-point lead for the Bears. Got to think that after the debacle at the end of that third set against Coker, when the Bears were up 4 or 5 points late, they had match points several different times, let the Cobras back into it. And in the beginning of the fourth set, also had a bit of a stressful, interesting time before they took control. So tonight, the Bears seem very businesslike, and the way that you can show that you are businesslike is to take care of the second set.
Yeah, taking care of that second set and just the way they've played so far throughout the entire sets. I've probably seen about four of the games this season, and yeah, they struggle just early in the set till they get to about that 10 points, and then they'll catch back up.
Yeah. It is a formula. I mean, you're right. It's all of the matches have gone basically the same way for the Bears, at least these 3 in a row that we've had here on the Bears Sports Network at home.
Yeah, what's going to be really scary is if they start taking care of business right off the bat.
Right. Then the rest of the league will have some problems. There's another kill for Goddard. This set far from over. Just a 1-point game with Mars Hill getting the serve back.
5 kills for Goddard on the night, tied with Cook and Lilly, all with 5.
Prawl leads all players with 7. Took maybe her biggest swing of the night there, looking for number 8. That was a nifty tip that time by Mars Hill. We're all square at 20 here in set number 2, a crucial one for the Lions to not fall behind 2-0 on the road. This is tough for Mars Hill, and they can't get it done. Prawl with another. That's a costly mistake. That wasn't one of Prawl's best hits there, and Mars Hill wasn't able to return it.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be the best hit if they can't put it back over the net. That's going to give her another kill, or 8th on the night.
Cook with a big swing as that one goes up the bleachers. She's got another kill, number 6 for her.
Holsey not wanting to get her stair workout in just yet for the night.
Another good crowd tonight. Seen phenomenal crowds, as these are the first indoor events that we've had this year with fans. Obviously, all of last school year was spent in empty gyms with volleyball and basketball. That one was left there for Cook, and she did not miss it. And now Mars Hill has the lead back, 22-21.
Yeah, every single one of these sets is going to go down to the wire. We keep talking about a 5th set, and it just would not be out of the question tonight. Faust
gets another. She has been the X factor so far tonight, has Braylon Faust, 6'1" middle blocker. Now she'll serve in a tie game here in the second set. Got to just bump it over. And Lily gets denied by Hennings there on the outside. She'll try it again. Another block. Clark and Halsey. Taylor Prawl. Ooh, what a swing that was. The ball goes back and forth on the ceiling and ends up on the ground. Huge kill for Taylor Prawl.
I thought when the ball hit the rafters, it was considered out of play, but I guess these refs are letting it go tonight.
If it hits the rafters on your own side of the net, it's not in, or it's not out. It's on the other side because that ball went off of Mars Hill. There's a serving mistake from Faust. Not a time to do that. So we're back even at 23. So if I hit a ball at you, it bounces off of you on your side, goes up to the ceiling, then we're good. If I hit it myself off the ceiling, we're not good. That's the only volleyball rules knowledge you'll ever get from me. Thomas not able to pick her spot, but Halsey is.
Oh, wow.
What a nifty, gutsy play there from Mackenzie Halsey. And now set point coming up for the Bears here in the second.
She had a lot of crafty plays last week against Coker, and we're seeing just little snips of it.
Coming off 2 straight double-doubles. Trying to get her third straight and a third straight win tonight. Grace Lilly. Out. Bears win second set. It was dicey. It wasn't pretty. But the Bears made the plays they needed to at the end of that second set to take down Mars Hill. And Chris, quickly before we go to break, what do the Bears have to do in this third set to keep it to 3 tonight and not let Mars Hill back into this thing?
To keep it simple, win the third set. But, well, I mean, we've still seen tonight Taylor Prawl is pretty good at volleyball.
She is.
9 kills on the night, 10 digs, doing a little bit of everything. And I had on my stat sheet, so in the 5 categories that volleyball tracks, she's in the top 4 for all 5 of them. So really, really good. You're going to have to keep an eye on her. She can do anything. But aside from that, this team is just playing really, really well, and they're not afraid to go down to the wire in the late in the sets, excuse me.
We'll see if they can sweep Mars Hill when you come back to the shoe. Third set coming up on the Bears Sports Network.
I love being busy in my garden. I got flowers to plant and beds to clean out. When I was feeling really tired and not like myself, I saw a doctor. Look at me now. The doctors were good, they worked with me, and they laughed with me. I'm back to doing everything I love. I needed a doctor, and I found an expert for my heart.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division 2, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
About ready to roll on set number 3 here at the Shuford Gymnasium, newly renovated floor. Only the 3rd real game that's happened on this floor. Bears are 2-0, so Chris, Bears have got to be loving the success they've had on the new floor here in the gym.
Oh, absolutely. 2-0 so far. Can't ask for much more than that. Looking to close out this 3rd set as we're starting it, but Lenoir-Rhyne just playing so well tonight. Mars Hill, they are not playing that bad.
No, that second set was up for the taking for them, and they just couldn't finish.
Yeah, Goddard and Lilly both with 5 kills on the night. Cook with leading their team with 7. Just a lot of errors, 16 on the night so far. And that's putting them down right in the middle of the set, allowing the Bears to come back and make it a competitive game. Other than that, I believe Mars Hill could have taken that last set.
Yeah, it looked for a while that was inevitable, but the Bears came back. What a big jumps in a swing there from Goddard, but it's too long. Bears were lucky to stay out of the way of that one, and they pick up the first point here in the 3rd.
Yeah, I can't tell if Rachel Buick is playing dodgeball sometimes or what she's playing.
Sometimes that's what you have to do in volleyball.
Yeah, she gets after it, though. It's fun to watch her play.
Halsey just a little bit of self-preservation there. But Sarah Goddard right there with the volleyball. She is a big-time outside hitter for sure. It's just some people that have a look about them when they hit. As Ashley Hawkins picks up a little tap kill there.
Yeah, it's going to be her first kill on the night. 2 aces, though.
Yeah, they were both right in a row back in the first set. Buick and Hawkins run into each other there, and it's left for Clark, who finishes it off. This has got to be the Emma Clark night for the Bears. I mean, she has been phenomenal.
Yeah, not too loud on the stat board, but 4 kills, 1 block.
Lots of other blocks that didn't directly turn into points for the Bears.
Yeah, but she's a main staple for this team, a really big part of it.
Halsey's so nifty with those tips. She had a huge point at the end of the second set that gave the Bears the lead and eventually set point. And she picks her spots so well. Her first year setting after she was second on the team in assists in the spring. Her first year as the full-time setter, I should say. Mars Hill with a nice save there by Schmucker to get it back over deep in her own zone. Buick just keeps that one alive. Paul couldn't get on top of that one. She fired it long.
Yeah, Goddard keeping a better eye on the line than she did in the second set. There were a couple rallies where she was right on the back line and could have let more than a couple balls go out, but keeping a better eye on that back line.
Romp right in the middle. You don't see her there very often. She's usually on the outside. Her and Clark get fingertips on that hit. And now Prawl. Mars Hill's front line has been fairly effective with Prawl at the net. This is Romp's sweet spot. But dug out of there by Schmucker, who's had herself a good third set so far. But Lily's way too long, so the Bears win that rally and get the serve back with a 3-point 5-2 lead here in the third, trying to sweep Mars Hill.
Serving for the Bears, number 10, Rachel Buick.
Halsey from her knees wasn't able to get enough oomph on that one for Romp to actually hit it. Faust. Martins, who is the most decorated returning Lion, has a couple of digs in a row. But Faust at the net. That has been her territory tonight. She picks up another tip kill.
Yeah, Faust so dominant at the net. Being 6'1", that's going to help you in volleyball. And she's pretty athletic as well, so she's able to get up there. And then the wingspan is just pretty tough to get around. That looked like a double right there.
The 5'2" Rachel Buick was able to loft up and get that one. That's off of Hawkins' chest or maybe face. Somebody was in the net. Yeah. They called it a double hit.
Yeah, it was on Faust. It was right there at the net. She got it with her right hand and then hit it back with the left.
I thought that they were going to call somebody in the net as Buick and the referee are talking about it. But Mars Hill head coach Michael Smith was an assistant coach before here at Mars Hill and was promoted to the head job after the old head coach tragically lost his life to COVID in the spring. Big kill for Prawl there, but Smith has a ton of head coaching experience. Was at Limestone for 17 years before they were in the SAC. Limestone just recently moved over from Conference Carolinas to the SAC, so a lot of success there with the Saints. Goddard with a nice kill. Mars Hill sticking around here, trying to fight for their lives here in the third set.
Yeah, Goddard up to 7 kills now, Cook with 8, and Lilly with 5. We figured those 3 would be on top of the board for the Lions, and a little bit quiet early in the game, but now they've come to life and just slowly putting the numbers together, keeping their team in.
Faust again.
Man.
It has been her night there, right in the middle. She's blocked, she's hit, she's tipped, she's done it all. Right at the net, and now she'll serve. How many times has she done that, though? That's a couple. That's her third service error of the match.
Yeah, she's got 3 out of the 5 tonight for the Bears, but only 11 total errors for the Bears. But if you look at the Lions side, 19 total errors for them, and you got to think that's been what's keeping them back from winning these sets.
Goddard, another kill. There's one weakness in the Bears' defense. It's got to be that side because we saw the phenomenal outside hitter from Coker the other night, Everett. She was all over that spot in the Bear defense as well, and now Goddard is starting to figure it out. Thomas with a hammer. She jolts the place to life sometimes. Sometimes you forget about her, and then she just comes up and hammers one.
Yeah, kind of a quiet personality, but yeah, she can play volleyball.
What a block. Thomas and Clark combined for it, but between Faust and Emma Clark, the Bears' blocking game has been on point tonight. Diving stop there by Goddard. A long tip there from Halsey. Nice save by Lilly. Romp. ran into Goddard at the net. That was just some bad luck there for Mars Hill as Goddard got just about all of that one, but just not quite enough for the Lions to dig it out.
Yeah, Goddard's been flying all over the court, easily their best player of the night. But the Bears up early in the set, like we talked about. If they could figure out that early in the set, they were going to be a scary team to play in 11-7 in this third set.
So Halsey serves it. Had a slight delay there after Martins, the captain for Mars Hill, had a chat with the official up on the ladder. There's another kill for Goddard right there as Romp blocks it out. Mark Wimberly in his office today gave me a clinic on blocking and how he wants the Bears to block, and they've really been working on that in practice, and man, has it shown tonight. Thomas again. She's not normally working that far side. Normally she's down here on the near side, but another cross-court kill for her. Her 5th of the night. And now Hawkins will serve it. Back set for Romp there. I'm not sure she was entirely prepared for it. Nifty move there by Grace Lilly. Saw an opening in the defense and just pushed it with 2 hands cross court.
That's been pretty tough to find for the Lions so far tonight, is those gaps. They've been able to hit the one spot in the back line only about 2 or 3 times, so really trying to find the holes in the Bears' defense has been really, really tough for them so far. So finding that one right along the line, making the Bears scramble, a really nice play there.
Haven't said Taylor Prahl's name in a while. Whenever that happens, she usually does that. She's got 11 kills to lead everybody on both sides tonight.
Yeah, it seems like we've been calling a lot of different names tonight, but Taylor Prahl always up there leading the board in kills.
There's a kill for Yana Cook. She was a name that I expected to say more tonight. That's kill number 9 for her, but it's been quiet. 6'3" middle hitter from Serbia. Second team All-SAC last year. Lily can't find a hole in the defense this time. And Romp, I think, was in the net on her jump. She was.
Yeah, talking about Cook, she really stood out to me looking back at the box scores, but, you know, we haven't said her name a lot tonight. Been really, really quiet, but still has 9 kills and a couple digs.
Prahl got her hit tipped by Schmucker. And there's another one there on the outside for Grace Lilly. She's got 7 kills now. But Cook's hitting .348 tonight, so I guess we shouldn't be saying she's been quiet. She just hasn't had a ton of opportunities. When she has, she's made the most of them.
Quiet but effective.
That's right. Quality over quantity. I think Mars Hill wishes they had a little less quantity of Braylon Faust tonight.
Yeah, she's been tough to stop with the blocks. A couple huge hits. Her and Mackenzie Holsey, they must practice together quite a bit because they have it down.
There's Cook again. She's into double digits now. And it's just a 1-point game here in the third set. Mars Hill has to have it. Go either way.
Oh. Wow.
Halsey could have gone to Faust on the outside or Prahl on the near side, and that one was a rocket off the hand of TP. Faust! Oh, baby.
2 back-to-back huge hits for the Bears. First one with Prahl and then Braylon Faust right at the line. coming in with a hammer. Got this Lenoir-Rhyne team pumped up right now. The bench is going crazy.
Buick takes that one off the shoulder. To Mars Hill's credit, I mean, there have been some huge hits and huge blocks for the Bears. But Mars Hill, more often than not, has bounced back right after that. They haven't been fazed by some of these big plays for the Bears.
Yeah, with 2 players up at 10 kills and another
again.
At 7.
She's unstoppable right now.
Yeah, let her take charge. Let her get an ace or two. She's on fire right now.
This has been the one part of her game that she's struggled at tonight is serving. Probably would have been out if they would have let it go. Nice dig by Hennings there. And Goddard picks up her 11th kill. So now 2 Lions into double-digit kills, Goddard and Cook.
Hey, even though the Lions get that point, they need to be a little bit more aware of where the lines are, because 2 or 3 times in that rally, they could have let it roll out.
I wholeheartedly agree. The Bears would be in worse shape if Mars Hill had a little better discipline. There's a huge block there from Stewart as Alana Thomas was not able to get a whole lot behind that. Now, once again, this is eerily similar to the second set, just a 1-point game here in the third. Not good awareness there from the Bears as they let one go that they shouldn't have, and we're all square at 17. And a timeout for Mark Wimberly. Bears trying to sweep Mars Hill tonight. We'll see if they can do it when we come back from break. All tied up here in the third set on the Bears Sports Network, presented by MBA Roofing.
Celebrate great with Carolina West Wireless. Great new phones and a great customer experience, all on our great nationwide high-speed network. Stop by today and get big savings on select Samsung smartphones, like $350 off the Samsung Galaxy S20 and S20 Plus, and $350 off the Note 20 and Note 20 Ultra. The great savings continue with 4 lines of unlimited data for just $35 a month per line. Celebrate great savings and go stay connected wherever your travels take you.
In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Got a good one brewing down the stretch here in the third set. All square at 17 between Mars Hill and Lenoir-Rhyne. And this Tuesday night on the Bears Sports Network, Eric Bach and Chris Rickenbaugh here with you from Schuford Gymnasium. Jordan Schmucker serves out of the timeout for Mars Hill. And Thomas finds a hole. Martins and Lilly and Schmucker were all just looking at each other there. That's not a mistake you can afford to have at this point if you're Mars Hill.
Yeah, really caught him off guard there.
This time Goddard comes down to the near side. She's been working that far side so often. She worked her way back over there but couldn't get enough of Romp's kill. And 2 quick points for the Bears out of the timeout. Good save there by Halsey right on the ear of the Bear. And catch the Bears flat-footed in the back row there, though. Get the point back. Just trail by 1. It's 19-18. Mars Hill trying to force a fourth here tonight from the shoe. Be nice for the Bears to only play a 3-set match for once. It's not something they're accustomed to. And their 7-game win streak earlier this season for Mars Hill. All 7 as Thomas pops that one over at the net. What a play. If the Bears win this point, it'll be because of that. Romp. As I was saying about Mars Hill, all 7 as Lily picks up the kill on the point. All 7 of their wins were in straight sets in tournament play.
Yeah, they're hoping they can get themselves out of this one. Hopefully Mars Hill really hoping to be able to finish the set off. They played really, really well, down a little bit early, but really just gotten their way back into it. And Goddard stepping up along with Lily in this set.
Halsey should have let that one go as it ends up in the crowd. It's Preston Joseph, the middle linebacker for the Bears football team that caught that ball in the middle of the stands there. Preston and the Bears back to work as Lily hammers that one down. She looked like Braylon Faust there. And all of a sudden, it's a 4-point swing for Mars Hill and a timeout for Mark Wimberly. I was wondering if that would come, and it has. You know that after the Bears were in this exact same situation the last time they were playing here against Mars Hill, against Coker, they were up in the third set, had a lead late, allowed the Cobras to win that third set, and then they had to play a fourth, something the Bears definitely want to avoid tonight.
Yeah, we knew coming into this third set, we're going to question, how were they going to play? I guess it's karma for kind of being off a little bit early in the sets because they got on top and led till about they got to double digits, and then Mars Hill closed back up, and now Lenoir-Rhyne behind late in the set. So I don't know which set is better. I guess we're going to be able to find that one out, but
for better or worse, the Bears have a lot of experience in this type of situation.
Absolutely.
Close, contested, late in sets, high pressure. Bears are 4 points away from, or the Bears are 6 points away from winning the match.
Yeah.
So, they've had situations like this very often in the early season, which, Mark Wimberly said to me today, they're just getting seasoned and building up some stamina for these high-pressure late-season matches that they expect to be in, especially the way that the season's going early on, as Goddard will serve it out of the timeout.
We'll see if they can finish it out here.
Huge block by Clark. How many times have we said that tonight? Her and Romp right there. The Bears ever need that one.
Yeah,
get it back, get the serve back, get the game back to within one.
Yeah, Clark with only 2 solo blocks on the night, but contributing to 7.5 points.
Halsey saves that one as Buick and Romp had a bit of a miscommunication there. Can they get it over? Nope. Couple of tips off of Hawkins and Buick. Mars Hill side out, gets the serve back. Now Yuli Martins will serve it. First team all-SAC setter last year. Led the league in digs. Senior from Rio de Janeiro. Prawl. Another block. Clark and Prawl combined for that one, but whenever the Bears have needed it tonight, they've been able to rely on their blocking.
Yeah, coming out of that timeout, they've just been a little bit more on their game. To where Coker the other night, they weren't. Buick's going to watch that one go by. She thought it was out.
Was pretty clearly in.
That's happened a couple times tonight where Buick's just watched it go by her, but she's been relatively close to the line.
Romp outside, and now set point coming for Mars Hill, but you talked earlier about Mars Hill not having great line awareness The Bears have not been much better in that regard.
Yeah, just on a few occasions, though. I haven't seen it as constant as the Lions.
Set point for Mars Hill, trying to force a fourth. Set up Prawl, blocked there by the Lions, and now Romp on the outside. That one would have definitely been out if Halsey lets that one go. See if Cook can end it. She can! So, just like the other night, the Bears lose the third set after winning the first two, and we will head to a fourth. Mars Hill far from out of this thing yet. We'll see if they can force a fifth when we come back on the Bears Sports Network.
Kia in Hickory. We want to see you driving a new Kia or, hey, a quality pre-owned Kia. We've got a huge selection of new and pre-owned Kias. You got to get to Paramount Kia in Hickory, Highway 70, ParamountKia.com.
Getting ready for set number 4 here at Schuford Gymnasium on the campus of Lenoir-Rhyne University. Eric Bach and Chris Rickenbaugh, glad you're with us. But Chris, like we said going into break, eerily similar to the other night. And the stats in this match are fairly even. I mean, Mars Hill has out-hit the Bears by 5. Few more errors for the Lions. Hitting percentage is fairly similar. 146 for Mars Hill to 174 for the Bears. And more assists for the Lions than the Bears have. So, statistically, it's a fairly even match. And now, this is as even as it can get after 3. Bears up 2-1.
Yeah, one thing I really did notice throughout that third set was the limiting of errors for the Mars Hill Lions. They started out with 20 starting the third set. Only added 2 to that number, but Lenoir-Rhyne had a couple more, and that really brought the Lions back into it. But it's I believe the Bears will come out in this fourth set and really put on a show for us and be able to close it out. And if they don't, they're not afraid to go to that fifth set, but they would rather end it here in 4.
Yeah, no need to put extra pressure on yourself if you're the Bears. Just because you've been there doesn't mean you should be there. So, the officials are getting everybody in rotation here. But you can see there's a fairly noticeable air of confidence with Mars Hill right now. I think they feel like they let that second set slip and took advantage in the third.
Yeah, I thought Mars Hill really had control in that second set and could have been able to close it out, but it looked eerily similar to the third, but just opposite for Lenoir-Rhyne, as they're going to watch that one roll out.
Better line awareness there for the Bears, as the hit from Schmucker went long. Buick, Clark, Romp, Prawl. Halsey and Hawkins, the Bears 6. Nice dig there by Hawkins on Goddard. Prawl again, cross court. She painted the line beautifully there for her 13th kill to lead all players. Cook and Goddard for Mars Hill both have 12 kills each, so right on Taylor Prawl's heels there. As Hawkins goes long on the serve.
Jeremy Zalaka up here causing trouble.
Jay-Z. Can't live with him, can't live without him. Huge block again. How many times is Emma Clark going to get Mars Hill tonight?
We've seen her and a couple other Bears just be really, really dominant up front, but Emma Clark has been a part of that pair every single time, and she's just so dominant up at the net.
Faust is also one of those, but her block goes out of bounds there, so point right back to Mars Hill with Martine serving. First of 4 road games in a row for Mars Hill. Bears head to Limestone on Saturday. That's their first road conference match of this season. And as Romp picks up the kill, the way that the Bears' schedule worked out this year, they have 2 home games back-to-back on October 1st and 2nd. That's Friday and Saturday against Tusculum and UVA-Wise. And then after that, for literally almost the entire month of October, the Bears are on the road. They go from a home game on October 2nd, and their next home game after that is October 29th against Catawba. So almost 4 full weeks of road games in the middle of the season for the Bears. Now, we do see this stretch of 3 straight conference matches at home to start conference play, so it all kind of evens out in the end, but got to think that by the end of that run, the Bears are going to be tired of being on the road.
Yeah, they're going to be ready for a big home crowd, and it's just to be able to finish out the season and get ready for that SAC tournament.
It's another nifty tip there from Halsey that wasn't able to get down that time. Seen her do that a few times as Cook tries to go cross court and can't. Combo block on Prawl. And they can't combo block Faust.
Yeah, getting it to kind of use the net as their advantage right there. That rule was invented in 2000, allowing the net to be a part of the game. You can thank that fun fact to one of my classes.
Yeah, wow. Chris out of nowhere with some random volleyball trivia. Love it. That one's out. And the point to the Bears, who are doubling up. Mars Hill 6-3 here in the 4th. Faust, by the way, is into double-digit kills now with 10. She's hitting .444 tonight. She hit .382 in the 4-match tournament in Florida, down at West Palm Beach, where the Bears opened their season a couple of weeks ago. But for over 400 tonight. Halsey tried to get a little cute with it there. I think she kind of got caught between, am I going to set it for Faust or just tip it myself, and it ended up in the net.
Yeah, she's been good on both, so we'll leave it up to her judgment. Taking a look at the stat sheet, almost 20 more attempts for Taylor Prawl.
Faust just a little bit wide that time, so that'll hurt the hitting percentage a bit. But yeah, Prawl's at 189 tonight. Caitlin Johnson serving for Mars Hill. Freshman from Huntersville, North Carolina. Thomas! There she is again. She doesn't pop up super often, but when she does, it is with authority. She gets the serve right back for the Bears.
Yes, 7 kills on the night, hitting 192. It says she's had 26 attempts at it, but she's been just very, very quiet as Braylon Faust is going to get that one to slide over the net.
Another block for Clark and Halsey. The blocking has been out of this world tonight for the Bears.
The big block Bears bringing it back from last year. Or this spring, excuse me.
I keep saying the same thing. It feels like last year, even though it was, a few months ago.
Yeah, it was a long summer.
Time during the pandemic as Yana Cook picks up a kill. Time passing during COVID times is simultaneously very fast and very slow. Like, in some ways, it's so fast, it feels like the spring was just a little while ago, but so much has happened since then. It feels like forever ago, and Cook has a service error after she picked up the kill.
Wow, she was standing really far back.
Yeah, way back in the corner. Didn't really give herself a chance there.
On the baseline for the basketball court, that was an interesting decision there.
Goddard still swinging here in the fourth. So is Thomas. Ended up almost sending that thing out the door. And it's 9-7 Bears here in the fourth.
And for that fun fact earlier, it was Dr. Ingrid Smith, so shout out to her.
One barely over the net on the serve. There's your rule in play again there, Chris.
Just as I was bringing it up.
Wow. Your timing tonight with those types of things have been impeccable.
I don't plan it out. I'm not that good.
Neither am I.
Bears 10, Lions 7 in this fourth set. Cook and Pearl tied at 13 kills apiece, and it's been a close one.
Seen some not so great serving tonight from the Bears. They've got 6 service errors, now 7 after that one. 5 service errors for Mars Hill. There's a huge block there for Stewart. Executed perfectly. But when Mark Wimberly, when he and I talked before the Wingate game a week ago, he was talking about aggressive serving that yields points. And he said he's sometimes okay with more service errors because of that. Thomas hung in the air, which for what felt like forever, was able to just finesse that one over. Bears get it right back at 11-9. By the way, you see those yellow shoelaces the Bears are wearing tonight. Tonight is Lace It Up for Pediatric Cancer Night. Fundraiser going on here at Shuford tonight, and nice show of solidarity for those that have been, those families and people as that one hits the needle. But far too many people and families in this country have been hurt by pediatric cancer, so a very worthy cause on the Bears' shoelaces tonight. As Yuli Martins pops a serve over. Brawl, even the best dig defender in the sack couldn't do anything with that one off the hand of TP.
Yeah, she tried to guess and go right, but it went left.
It's almost like a soccer goalie trying to guess on a PK sometimes when Taylor Prall's at her best. Cook's been right there with her stat-wise tonight. There's a bump set for Lily. And Prall again. Just perfectly set up, perfectly timed. She's got 15 kills now, and the hitting percentage is going up near 200. Timeout for Mars Hill as the Bears have opened up a 3-point lead here in the second set. Or excuse me, in the fourth set, looking for their third straight conference win. But the pattern, the way it's gone down tonight, has been so similar to the Bears' last match against Coker.
Yeah, the Bears just able to take care of business. They kind of get humbled in that third set when they let one go. But able to take that being able to take the fourth set and really just try and finish it out for the night is what the Bears need to do here. And you can tell That's what Coach is telling them right now. Hey, just get the job done, and business will take care of itself. Up 13-10, not a huge lead, eerily similar to the third set. We'll see if they can close it out.
Just seems like the SAC is going to be a very wide open league this year. It seems like Wingate's not quite the Wingate that they normally are. Obviously, they already have 2 league losses through the Bulldogs, 1 to the Bears and 1 to Tusculum. And, you know, Mars Hill expects to be in the mix, but they've already lost to Wingate. So there's a service ace for Hennings.
Yeah, some bad communication in the back. You can see him talking it over. Lily coming out. And Jada Cannon coming in, the freshman from Marion, North Carolina, McDowell High School.
Here she is. Hardly seen her tonight. And here she is in crunch time as Cook gets dug out by Hawkins, and Prawl finds the arms of Martins. Faust almost came up with that block there, but just couldn't quite get enough of it. The point goes back to Mars Hill. Taylor Prawl. Ooh, what a block there. That was about as hard as Prawl could go, and Cook was right there, but it doesn't matter. Point ends up in favor of the Bears.
That's got to be so tough getting in front of one of those spikes by Taylor Prawl. I wouldn't want to do it, but you really got to give a hand to the players on the front line taking those spikes.
Same goes for the Bears as Cook is right there. She's starting to heat up. She had a very quiet third set. Hardly said her name at all. But now here she is in the fourth, picking up another kill. She's got 13 of them now and hitting .333. So very good job by her as Cannon makes a service error. Man, those have just been so ill. Not that there's ever a good time for a service error, but the Mars Hill service errors could not have come at worse times for them tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Accounting towards their 27 errors total. That's where we've really seen them take a hit compared to the Bears' 19 errors.
Thomas gets a fingertip on it. Bears just have to send it over. Goddard too long.
Right now, the Bears need to make that decision to be able to close out this game. They were in the same position in that third set and let it slip away. They seem a little bit more on it tonight.
Faust gets her serve in, which has not been a sure thing tonight. She's been so great blocking and hitting, but serving has been a struggle. Nice dig there from Hennings on Goddard. Thomas becoming a little bit more involved here in the fourth. And Emma Clark, she's picked her spots perfectly at the net. Her and Faust have combined for several blocks and many different points for the Bears right at the net.
Yeah, so tough to do and time it up, but they're doing a great job. Emma Clark and Braylon Faust as they're
cleaning up some water or some moisture on the floor. Goddard cleans it up. Faust still serving with the Bears up 6, 7 points away from their third straight win to open SAC play. Prawl elevates in the back row. Halsey, she just, even though you got to know that it's coming as Goddard picks up a soft kill there off the hand of Clark, feels like opposing teams at this point have to know that the tip's coming from Halsey, but it's still, even me watching it catches me by surprise every single time. Thomas cross court and in. Wow.
No, that's going to go to Mars Hill.
Yeah.
A couple feet out.
I was going to say the linesman pointed in, and that was right there at right by the ladder for the main referee, and she correctly overruled the line judge. That was pretty clearly out from Thomas. So Mark Wimberly has something to say. I'm not sure it's anything about that call. There's another stoppage, but now we're ready to roll. Yana Cook serving. Second team All-SAC a year ago. Another service error. Man, just when Mars Hill gets a little momentum, seems like that happens almost every single time.
Yeah, 7 total for them on the night on service errors. That's quite a few. Just both teams really being aggressive on that serve.
Alana Thomas can't find the wood. Colette Romp can't either. See if Goddard can. Block, but out. Just nothing you can do there if you're the Bears. It's very difficult to keep those blocks in on such a powerful hitter like Goddard.
Oh, absolutely.
So Mars Hill not out of it yet. Only down 4, trying to force a 5th here tonight. Clark. It's those little short sets that have been so killer tonight for the Bears. They go to Thomas on the outside, and a block there by Timmons Yates. First time we've said her name tonight. Freshman from Anderson, South Carolina. Comes in a big spot, makes a big play.
Yeah, this Lions team not going away. Been on a little bit of a run here. We've talked about how big the runs are, and that volleyball is a game of runs.
Clark answers right back off the shoulder of Martins. Every time Mars Hill has made a run tonight, the Bears have had an answer.
Yeah, really big answer right there, taking that run away.
Cross court, Stewart not close, but they say tipped. Oh my. Somebody, I don't know which Bear got a finger on it according to the officials, but the crowd disagrees with the call.
Based on the reaction, I believe it was Mackenzie Holsey.
She was one of the 3 that was right there. It was either her, Romp, or Clark. Break for the Lions, but the Bears hammer it right back down their throats. Emma Clark, can't say enough about her tonight. Kill number 8, hitting over 333.
And 3 solo blocks.
It's a football score right now, 21-17. Faust, Halsey didn't quite set her up perfectly that time. We've seen Faust hammer a few of those short sets, but not that time. Still only a 3-point lead for the Bears here, trying to close out Mars Hill in the 4th. Martins serves it. Prawl hammers it. Martins very upset with her front row. She was ready for that dig and thought that maybe they could have directed her a different way. Kill number 16 for Taylor Prawl to lead all players. Henning serves. It's the freshman Cannon on the outside. In crunch time. Cook. Outside. No Bear touched that one. Bears are 2 points away, and now the crowd can start to feel it here at the Shoe.
Yeah, see if Parkley Hennings can get an ace, put them ahead.
No ace. And an opportunity for Yates. Probably should have let that one go. But Mars Hill doesn't. The point's still alive. Prawl. She just gets better as the game goes on. Can only hope to contain her, but beautifully done there by Mars Hill as Buick wasn't able to dive onto that one.
Yeah, the Lions just do not want to go away. Goddard and Cook both with 14 kills apiece. Lilly with 10.
That's major trouble, and it cannot be won. As Cannon chases it into the third row, but now match point coming up for the Bears. Haven't had a 3-0 conference start for 8 years. They have it in 2021. Bears can't sweep, but it takes 4 sets tonight for LR to take down Mars Hill at the Shoe, and 3 straight home wins in conference play to start this fall season for the Bears.
Yeah, really, or eerily similar to what we saw last Thursday against Coker. Just not being able to get that third set to go, taking it to a fourth and just taking care of business. It was not close in this fourth set. Taylor Prawl, still good at volleyball, 17 kills on the night, 20 digs, helping out on the blocks and a pair of assists. She can just do it all, and that's scary for the other SAC opponents. And the way this Lenoir-Rhyne team is playing right now, it's going to be really, really tough to stop them.
Tough indeed. Bears next in action on the road Saturday at Limestone. Back here next Friday night, so a week from Friday against Tusculum. That'll be the next Bears Sports Network broadcast for volleyball. For Chris Rickenbaugh, I'm Eric Bach, the rest of our crew that put on a great show for you tonight, saying so long from Schuford Gymnasium. We'll talk to you next time on the Bears Sports Network.